Today I want to talk about, first of all, first thing I want to do is show you how I solved the problem with the Solana development, connecting to the Solana development development network. And basically it was a port thing. I did a little research. I went on one of the Discord and I said, well, did you look at your router? Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that, but that is, in fact, the secret here. First of all, let me show you what I did. Now, your router will work differently unless you're also a Verizon customer. But basically, I had to go under the advanced, under security and firewall, and port forwarding. And I had to set it up to forward all those ports to this local machine here. And as a result, let me go to the proper thing here. Oh, I just want to show you quick. This command, sudo UFW status, if you're on Ubuntu, will tell you the status of your firewall so it can check that you're open the appropriate ports there. But let's see, where is it? Let's see something. I want to see. Let's see which is the latest. I need to go to the right place. Here we go. So it's this one here. You can see how big it's gotten. So let's do an LS on here so we can have a look. It is binary, considered binary, because it has all sorts of special characters in there and so on. But yes. And you can see it's got these escape characters, but you can see what's going on. So it starts up, and at some point it's good. It's complaining maybe some warnings, things that aren't perfect. Checks it's got the stuff that it needs, and eventually we get to, you can see here, it's doing its thing. Actually, is it Shift G? Takes you to the bottom. And you can see it's and it looks like it may have run into some issue, but you can see it did start up, and that did solve the issue in terms of handling the connectivity where it wouldn't connect. So anyway, that is how you will do that. If you run into those problems and your ports on your machine are open, don't forget about your router, because you probably have to do something there as well. So, so where we left, we had set up the basic thing. Let me go back here so you can see. go to the right page. Here we go. So the next thing we got to do here is edit the cargo TOML. Now, this is old. What I did before I started here is I checked the let's see, I checked the anchor version. It's 0.224.2. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to, let's see, find the cargo layer up, I believe. There we are. And we need to add this. We need to add the anchor information and the dependencies. So, but of course, changing it to use the, actually it has Ancholang already there. Let's see, and with the correct version. I'm going to change this to the right one. I am going to guess. Now we may find later on that it doesn't like it, but for now I'm going to change it. It says here, make sure the version matches the version of Ancholang, which is what I suspected. So this here, and these two here have to match. And we'll write that. Actually, we can write quick, because we're not going to be doing any more changes here right this second. So here's our basic program. And the first thing is writing the first function. Now they have a set authority function. Let's see what we have so far. We have a initialize, and so what we're going to do is we're going to set up these functions and fill in the set authority, because we have an initialize. That's it. So what I'm going to do, again, when you can copy and paste, it's just going to save you time, and it's going to be more accurate. You don't have to worry that you're going to miss something. And let's scroll up here, get the whole thing without getting what I don't want. And we just paste it in there. So we added a set authority. We added the method you're going to need. You're going to need a transfer, mint, burn. What do you do with a crypto, right? You mint them, they burn them, and of course transfer them. And so what we're going to be doing, we're going to be the reason they use proxy, they explain it in here and in the description, is it allows you to call other programs, other Anchor SPL programs. So you can, so we're actually going to be using, so let's see, proxy. It means we're going to be calling things in other programs, so we will see more of that. And the next thing, now that we have our little thing set up here, let me make sure we have our prelude and everything else in there that they're talking about. No, they don't. We don't. So I'm going to do this as well. We have the, we do define the prelude. There's something called and now we use the anchor prelude, and now we're going to use anchor SPL. So as you can see, from this definition here, we're actually going to be using, let's write that. We're going to be using the stuff defined in Anchor SPL, and then we're going to do our own proxy here. So that's our basic setup. Why don't we finish, let's see, writing the logic. Let's finish off with this. So basically, it's very straightforward. Because of the Anchor SPL, we can simply just put in, basically say, call their stuff. So, let's see, we're gonna copy this. We're just gonna go in and copy paste. And we're going to do this for all of these functions here. And it's the same thing. So there are these three. And we're gonna, this is how we call their burn code. And there you have it. So, you can see, let me make sure I didn't leave anything out. Actually, they don't even have the init here. That's interesting. But we will see later on. So So as you can see, basically the way this is working here is we're using the Anchor SPL token, their pre-written Rust methods to handle, a lot of this main functionality. And looking at the stuff that further down the line, it'll be interesting to see. I think, okay, there's going to be a whole nother implementation stuff that needs to be done later on. So we're going to get into that. So this is going to be very interesting because we're going to get into cross-program invocations. So next time we're going to start with serializing and deserializing and take it from there. I think we may do that in the accounts, and then the following week we're going to get into the cross-program invocations, which essentially you're calling remote procedures. That's all it is, and that's not uncommon. So we will be getting into that, and so what have we done today? What we have done is we have discussed how the problem with connecting to the DevNet was resolved by opening up the ports on the router. And again, your router is going to be different than mine because every, the software could be a little bit different, but the concept is the same. Is you're doing port mapping between the ports that are required for Solana and that port on your machine. So your router's going to look at it and say, okay, we know where this is going. It's just going to send it over to your machine. Your machine will be able to communicate, and you will be able to connect to the DevNet. The other thing we did is we got started with the basic code, and you saw how we were able to take advantage of the existing Anchor SPL code to handle a lot of the basic functionality. Now there's going to be more, but this gets us rolling a little bit. So hopefully this has been interesting and helpful, and I will speak to you next time. By the way, and I'll put the information in the notes, I have started a Solana class. I have that up on Udemy, and full information that you'll need to get it will be in the notes, and I'm going to include the coupon. Coupon is good until the 10th of June at 5:30 Eastern Time. So when they say 5 days, I think it is, they literally, 4 days, they literally mean to the minute, okay? So, but I will put that in the notes, and if you have any interest, you'll be able to take advantage of it. It's basically going to get you up and running, set up the, your dev environment, and bring in some, take some basic code and learn about it, learn the basic concepts, and run it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.